audio recording?
I'm going to double check, but I believe it is. Recording on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I see red light.
Oh, nice!
There you go. Good job, Case.
I knew already. I only ask questions I know the answer to.
Yeah, so apparently Nick
Did
was
you
not
know?
recording
For
audio.
real?
Oh my goodness gracious. Is that card, it's got a good amount of space on there? Okay.
That I did look at, 1511.
That ought to do it.
We shall see.
We'll see.
We shall see.
We're back.
Welcome back to the After Hour.
Yeah.
And, I forgot, actually. These are, of course, left over from the 100th episode of Golden Hour, so another round of applause. But it's also the After Hour anniversary.
Yeah.
Wow.
And all of you guys watching, you're on my vlog.
What could the anniversary be? Do you have a 3? This is the 3rd episode, right?
Is this it? This is 3, right?
Yeah.
Nicholas? All right, never mind.
How's Nick going
14. We started recording 14 days ago. Happy 2 weeks. Happy 2 weeks.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yep.
Looks like that.
2 weeks.
That's kind of all I had planned for today.
All right.
So what do you guys got?
Well, we could jump into recapping the Rosen Open.
I had it at the top of the rundown.
Smart
actually.
guy, smart producer.
I will say I hate it when they do it on Golden Hour when one was missing and they just don't address it
Oh,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
time. And then people are like, "Oh, did you get rid of him like Cat and Chappelle and just never mention it?" But no, Mark. I don't know what his
He's shooting drive fast all gas stuff.
nice.
The new giveaway vehicle is getting some upgrades, and he's there every step of the way to videotape it.
Nice. He was obviously devastated he couldn't be here. This is his favorite creative endeavor he's ever
Devastated.
participated
Yeah.
in. He says that all the time.
Yeah, by far. It's definitely not.
Pour one out for Mark.
Yeah.
I'm going to surprise you guys with my plugs randomly like Chris does with his tour dates. If you're watching this the day after our drops, make sure to tune in to Combat Buddy UFC 307. That's a live stream with Chin, me, and a couple other people. Tonight, going to be starting about 8 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Tune in on my YouTube channel. It will be in this description. Back to the show. So Rosen Open,
Yeah.
huh?
So me and Mark, we're both team
Mark and
captains.
I.
Mark and I were team captains. Thank you. That's not a dick move. If it was grammatically incorrect and I'm looking to build and grow as an individual, I appreciate that.
I love that attitude. I'm a grammar police guy, and it's like, what, you want to sound ignorant? I'm going to get to this Rosen Open. My girlfriend is doing a class for technical writing that she needs to renew her visa, and so she has a grammar class, and I've just been loving it. I've just been her tutor.
Oh, yeah.
But like the books now, they like refuse to say like something is wrong. They're like, this is like not standard usage of like just complete like nonsense. And it's just like the participation trophy culture.
No.
Like they won't say it's wrong. And then so people are like, okay, well, it said it could do it sometimes. And I hate it. The bastardization of the English language.
When I look at you, Nick, I don't think this is a guy who's got a good grasp of the grammar stuff going on.
Yeah, it's fair. I understand it, but I do, and I love it.
That's amazing. And I love that for you. So me and Mark were team.
Mark and I.
Fuck.
This is good pod. That was smooth.
Mark and I, and thank you once again. I'm a slow learner. Mark and I were team captains. We had us, me and him, and 6 of the other homies. So 2 foursomes. If you know anything about golf, you go out in foursomes. So me and Mark were the elected team captains because we're the best 2 of the squad. And we picked teams. Mark went kind of more.
Question.
Yeah.
Rosen Open. I was immediately thinking it was a real tournament you participate, or like a like golf club tournament.
Sure, I see how you could think that. This is just my buddy Mark Rosen's birthday.
Gotcha. And how many Rosen Opens have there been?
This was the 2nd annual.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're really running downhill now.
Inaugural Rosen Open results. Who won?
I'll get to it, bud.
And see how I didn't say first annual? I said inaugural. That's grammar.
Yeah, well,
that's the second
I
time
mean,
they're
he's on
doing it.
fire right now.
Is this your second
No,
time
this
doing
is
it?
he's second. It honestly might be the first annual.
First annual,
Oh my
and
God,
then
here we
it
go.
turns into inaugural.
Inaugural, then first annual.
Oh, because when you turn 1, it's your first birthday.
You keep talking. I'm going to see what Grandma Girl has to
Okay.
say. Mignon Fogarty. You guys know her now.
So me and Mark pick teams. Mark goes more, who's going to be the best? How's his team going to win? I kind of went more with vibes. I went with vibes team. So Mark's team won, but I won the individual low score. So we kind of both walk away with the W. Mark with the team win, myself with the individual win. I sent some pics to the chat, but it was fun. We ate a little bit of mushrooms. We drank some beers. It was just a good time out there. The next one, anytime it's anybody's birthday in the squad, we just come up with, like mine is the quesadilla invitational.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was going to, using context clues and prior patterns, I was going to say the Geraghty Open.
Okay, yeah, that would have worked. Yeah, but it would be the quesadilla invitational.
What are you doing over there?
Your laptop's about to die.
Oh, gotcha. Cool. I think that I don't
Gotcha,
think
cool.
that's the one.
Oh, gotcha,
Is
cool.
it?
I don't know. Your laptop.
Follow the power outlet from the ground. Like look under that table right there.
The ground and I.
Casey Geraghty. Oh, how much mushrooms did you take?
About this much.
But do you like what kind of are you tripping? Do you just have like a body buzz?
No,
Giggly?
yeah, super giggly. Oh my God,
That's
we
the
lost
best.
it, dude. We lost it at one point because there's a governor on the golf cart, and there's certain parts of this specific golf course where it's like you're going straight downhill, straight uphill.
Hello,
You're on a
governor.
cliff.
That's just bad word association. I'm sorry.
And so there was one point where the mushrooms had kicked in. We're on like the 12th hole, and the cart only will go 1 mile an hour. But I'm like super locked in. I'm driving like a granny. I'm like this close to the steering wheel because it's still like turning. And Rosen just looks at me, and we started laughing. We couldn't stop laughing the whole hole.
Where is
It's
it?
Just like
Yeah, that's what happens with
it's just in the
shrooms.
chat.
I love that. Like, if I'm doing shrooms, I don't. Tripping's fine. You can whatever, like, see within yourself or whatever. I just want to get giggly.
Yeah.
We did it at Noah's Ark, America's largest water park, by number of attractions, not by number of acres.
Sure.
I'm sorry. By number of acres,
Oh,
not by
no.
number of attractions. At Wisconsin Dells, America's water park capital. And that was an annual trip we do with our friends. And in college, we did it. We took mushrooms. And the water park was amazing, super giggly. And then we were camping, and it was like raining, and we're like standing in a circle, just like giggling about nothing. And it's like one of my favorite memories ever.
Yeah.
We just couldn't stop. It was just bliss.
That's why I like mushrooms, and I wouldn't think I would be a mushroom guy because I can't do weed, I can't do edibles. Like that makes me antisocial in my head, not
Same,
fun.
yeah.
But you just a little bit of mushrooms, you're having a little giggle fest. And that kind of leads me into the other topic I wanted to ask you guys. So in order to get to the Rosen Open, I crashed at my friend's house, John
and Mon.
John and Mon. Chin knows them. And so I got there Friday night, crashed. That way I was like an hour closer to the golf course and commuted with Mark. And then we got back, and we're all banged up. And so I just stayed again. So I basically just stayed at their house the whole weekend. And I want to know where you guys stand on basically, I'm 39, just having sleepovers. Where do you stand on adult sleepovers? Is it like, hey, grow up? Or is it like, nah, dude, like watch Ninja Turtles and order pizza and enjoy it?
I'm completely watching Ninja Turtles and enjoy it. Like, it's bliss when you can like recapture those moments that you used to miss. And like most of the time people have responsibilities, like wives and shit. So if you can like set it aside and have a fucking sleepover, that's a great time.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's when you're with good friends, like you always want to do that for the rest of your lives. When you have kids, whatever, bring the kids over. It's always a good thing with good friends. But if you ask like a coworker or something like, can I crash at your pad? No, get a hotel, get an Airbnb or something like that.
My girlfriend's grandpa, he's 83 and he still golfs. He's like, I think he was a scratch golfer. He's lost a little bit, but he still kills it. Like wins tournaments of like seniors who are just senior. And he was just on some trip with like 30 guys that all like multiple groups coming together. But like he called her and like was or they FaceTimed, and I was like over here, and he just like was having a blast like you're a kid, just like shenanigans.
Yeah.
I live for shenanigans.
Shenanigans,
Revelry.
yeah. Boys trips,
Tomfoolery.
tomfoolery, sure. Kev, yay or nay on adult sleepovers?
100,000%.
If you could get the girl to stay, he'd be yay. Oh, callback. Last
Good callback. Good callback.
Layovers.
I'm with it all day. We're going to get some good food. We're going to throw on a good movie. Make fun of each other all night.
And then you wake up and you're already hanging. It's like coffee, breakfast.
Yeah.
Get some drinks going again.
Yep.
And I will say there's nothing more, maybe my favorite part about it, especially if you get banged up, as you say, which is, I think is a sign that I like someone if like, oh, they'll get banged up with their boys, you know, like you're responsible, you take care of it, but why not go get banged up?
Banged up.
I like when you get banged up, have the sleepover, and then the next morning when you...
Oh, bro, the recap?
Yeah.
The morning recap
Yeah.
of like, you remember you did that?
And you're still a little drunk there, but like it doesn't... You're just so loose, and
Yeah.
you're like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's the alcohol.
Yeah.
But,
the morning recap, like the Sports Center highlights of the night before. You shat on the couch.
I would like to see these pictures of Casey at the Rosen Open to see if you can see how fucked up he is.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. You can. There's, I think, one picture where I'm not on mushrooms yet, and then there's one where I am, and I want to see if you guys can delineate which is which.
and now press option 2 things. What's 2 to the
I have
right
an idea.
of Al? Nice.
Yeah, dude. Case on the right, 100% on the shrooms. Left,
Yeah.
hanging out.
Obviously.
Yeah.
See, one on the left where you just could be lost and in your own world. Like that's true too. That's a shroom
It's a close
picture.
one, then. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, his face on the right is just obviously happiness.
And that is Rosen.
No, that's Jeff Stockwell.
Is he elite?
Oh, Stockwell.
This is what's fun for me. So Jeff is widely regarded as one of the greatest skaters of all time. Like I had his pro skate growing up.
You have to specify inline skating.
Oh, okay, yeah, rollerblading. He's one of the best rollerbladers of all time. Like, just like a fish in water, you put him at a skate park. But then we get out on the golf course, and all of a sudden, guess who's better? Not so tough now, are you, Jeff?
And he's like horseshit, or just
No,
not as good as you?
he just started playing golf like a couple of years ago, so he's coming right along. But it is nice to just dominate him.
Are your inline skates rollerblade brand?
No,
Are most people's?
no.
I think some elite people's.
No. It was Rollerblade was the brand back like in the 90s.
Yeah, when
and
I went to
then-
High Roller Skating
yeah.
Center for monthly parties.
Yeah, and then they were just it's kind of like Kleenex or Q-tip, like they just all rollerblades became rollerblade.
High Roller Skating Center.
But
It's
yeah,
fun
it was
for
a fun time. Look at
everyone.
how beautiful on the left
It
there.
is, dude.
That's where did we play? That's Hidden Valley down in Norco.
You found it?
Yeah.
That's where they make the ranch?
Yep.
I was.
Fuck yeah.
That was the picture of our group chat was the Hidden Valley Ranch logo.
Speaking of, I think we had some hot sauce
Oh yeah.
talk.
Yeah, we
And
had-
that's hot adjective sauce talk, not hot sauce talk,
right.
which is a different segment we'll be
Okay.
having next week. What was it about sauces? I don't even remember.
Kev informed us that Heinz made an every sauce where they jammed a bunch of sauces into one sauce.
That
Yeah.
reminds me of when I would go to High Roller Skating Center monthly parties and I would get suicides or sluicides or whatever when you just say combine all the pops.
All the slushies?
Did you guys do that?
No.
No. But yeah, I guess it's just all the sauces mixed into one sauce.
I got to see the list of sauces because all the sauces, I think all for everybody else will have a different definition, you know.
Yeah.
I'm saying ranch, ketchup,
It sounded like
hot
yeah.
sauce. What else do I
There
like?
was
mustard.
I saw
aioli.
I saw the list briefly. There was an aioli in there.
Aioli is just mayonnaise, right? It's like a rebranding of a condiment,
Yeah.
and it's really effective. Aioli's so hot right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Tastes
plus
good.
you don't feel like a piece of shit when you're like, "Can I have extra aioli?" You just
Yeah.
feel fancy.
When I made sandwiches when I was young, I would put both mayonnaise and Miracle Whip on it. I like the tangy, zesty zip,
Yeah.
but I also love mayonnaise.
Wait, what's Miracle Whip?
Oh my God.
The tangy,
It's a-
zesty zip.
The thing is just the zip. It's a mayonnaise though.
It's not mayonnaise is lard, and it's like meant to be a spread like mayonnaise.
This is lard.
Yeah, Check
I
me.
thought it was like
mayonnaise is
eggs and
oil.
olive
Yeah,
oil.
Yeah, exactly. Oil and eggs. But no, the
Maybe in Wisconsin.
Miracle Whip is just tangy, like a very tangy version of mayonnaise.
Okay.
And it's delicious, but you have to want to eat that at that time.
Right.
Normally, I want just regular mayonnaise.
Got you.
Yeah.
And so
Mayonnaise is made from egg yolks, oil, acid, such as vinegar or lemon
Well, vinegar
juice.
too.
Yeah, there you go. There's no lard in there.
Yeah, Nick, what kind of miracle or mayonnaise are you eating?
So what did you just find
He
out?
Oh, my
said it's
goodness.
egg yolks and olive oil and vinegar.
Is mayonnaise actually first update? I asked ChatGPT. It's the second event a year later. Is that the first annual or second annual? ChatGPT said that would be the second annual event. The first annual term applies to the inaugural event, while subsequent events are referred to as second annual, third annual, and so on.
Got it. That makes sense. Every sauce. Let's see what they got in this motherfucker.
Yes.
Relax, dude.
No, I will not. Burger sauce, garlic sauce, aioli sauce. That seems redundant. Smoky bacon ace. Sweet chili, chip sauce, saucy sauce. Once again, redundant. Mayoracha, mayo must, truffle mayo, garlic and caramelized onion mayo. Garlic and caramelized onion mayo. Curry ketchup, pickle ketchup, smoky bacon ketchup. I present to you every sauce.
I want to taste it, but I don't like how they like you said. A lot of those are redundant. They're all like
Saucy sauce.
all you need is like they have garlic sauce, but then they also have something with garlic in it. It's like just have whatever that sauce is and then put garlic flavoring.
I hear what you're saying. Let's trust the process here. I'm sure the good folks at Heinz know what they're doing and went through some sort of testing to figure out what would make this sauce the best every sauce.
Listen, I'm not saying the people at Heinz aren't smarter than me. I'm just saying I think they cheated a little bit.
I hear you, but we haven't tasted it, number one.
Next
That's the
week.
biggest thing.
Yeah, we got to get every sauce. I mean, I'm such a huge fan of fancy sauce, just mayo and ketchup.
Fancy sauce is the shit.
Yeah.
Mayo and ketchup. Yeah, I love that. And ranch and ketchup, from what I understand, is basically cane sauce. You ever had
Oh,
Raising
really?
Cane's? That's what people have told me, but they
I'm
gotta do something to
I'm
it.
gonna push back on that one. Cane's
Okay.
has a lot of. I think there's a lot of stuff going on in there. Let me see if I can find out what all.
Yeah, we're going to have to get our hands on this every sauce.
How do we get it though? Is it on Amazon or something? Because I saw UK when I looked it up.
Oh, no.
It would suck if it's in the UK only.
Let's see. Where
Mayo, ketchup, Worcestershire. I don't know how to say that. Sauce, garlic powder, black pepper. And
No
cane
one knows
sauce.
how to say Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Between mayonnaise and Miracle Whip. ChatGPT says the primary difference between mayonnaise and Miracle Whip lies in their ingredients, flavor, and fat content. Mayonnaise is made from a blend of oil, egg yolks, and lemon juice. Miracle Whip includes similar ingredients but includes sweeteners and more spices. So it's just basically processed food bullshit.
But a little bit sweeter.
Fascinating. All right, here's
All
our
right.
tier. Here's our tier. If you scroll to like where you can see like the top of the ultimate, and then press option or command minus to like so you zoom out and we can maybe get it all on one screen. A couple more times. All right, that's pretty good. But can't see the sauces. But that's okay.
They have peanut butter up there.
It's
it's condiments.
Condiments. Yeah, this
Sorry.
isn't just
That
sauces.
just threw me off for a sec.
Damn, I wish we could see this better.
I feel like I could kind of see it.
Okay. Let's start tiering these.
All right. So
I need ranch real high.
ranch dressing.
And
Well,
this has to be a
Team thing?
Yeah, team thing.
We have
So
to agree on it.
Mhm.
Is that the Ken's? I think that's Ken's blue cheese there, that fifth one in from to the right. Yeah.
here?
Is that blue cheese or ranch? I know it's Ken's. Trusty Ken's. Ken's honey mustard should be on here. Oh, it is.
top left, right?
Oh, it is.
Ken's honey mustard is, and it's top 3.
You're getting emotional, dude.
Well, I'm starting to see all the. Oh, they have. maple syrup.
Okay, let's reel this
No.
in. Let's go from top left to, and start knocking.
All right.
them
And
out.
then what do we do? Just give it a numeric value?
Yeah, you just place it in one of the tiers.
One of the tiers.
First one.
So this was like honey mustard sauce.
No,
to
that's
me?
not. That's Thousand Island, dog.
That's- Are you sure?
Can you see?
Yeah, I can
can't
see the honey mustard's in the second row.
Okay. So Thousand Island. Thousand Island.
You could put that pretty low. I wouldn't put it C.
I'm gonna fight for C because Thousand Island is what.
Look at how many sauces we. Oh, it's not like one in
yeah,
each spot.
multiple can be on.
Okay, gotcha. All right, then yeah.
I go to C.
I'm happy with C.
Do you guys
yeah.
like Big Macs?
Love-
Thousand
yeah,
Island
yeah,
is
yeah,
special sauce.
A1.
A1?
I don't. I've never
That's
used.
for steaks, though.
Yeah, I don't use that.
It's
I
very
don't use-
one-dimensional.
I think we can slot it in that F slot.
Yeah, go F.
Oh wait, is this like A B C D like a grade on a test? Because what's that 5 on the top?
I can't tell what the hell.
No, that's
going on.
that's S tier. That's like pretty amazing. And then there's ultimate, which is the best you can get.
Okay.
So ultimate S A B C D F is where
Okay.
we're going.
Whoever made
Is this for any kind of food, or is it just whatever sauce you like? It's not on a burger. It's not on.
Yeah, just any type of sauce. I feel like we should almost bail on it.
Yeah, yeah. I agree.
There's a lot of
I
sauces.
do want to say that Tostitos queso would be in
That
the
would be-
very toppest tier for me.
And should be used. Maybe we finish this out. I don't know. I'm torn. But I agree with you on queso sauce. It goes on everything, not just chips.
It's so good. My tummy doesn't really. It's not compatible, but
Doesn't matter.
I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
it's worth it. It's
Worth
worth
it.
the bubble guts.
Have you guys ever been to some place that does raclette cheese?
Does what now?
The raclette cheese. It's like that big wheel that they melt
okay,
and
yeah.
they slide it off with a knife.
Yeah.
That's like a German thing, right?
It sounds French.
I think it. I want to say it's.
I
German.
think it's German too, but I don't know.
ChatGPT. Here we go.
What about it though?
It looks delicious and fun, and I really want to go to some place. Look up a video of raclette cheese.
And I love cheese.
You
It's
know
like
what-
a TikTok.
You know what used to be hot was fondue.
This almost seems like new fondue. I've never been to any fondue place either.
No, I think fondue was big in like the 70s and 80s. Like people would have like fondue parties.
Well, yeah,
We got to bring back fondue.
they had a fondue party in that '70s show.
See?
Okay, so that's a different one that I'm thinking of then. I thought the whole wheel and they just scrape
Yeah,
off.
that top left one.
Yeah.
No matter how hard you work, and
That's
how
like
big a
melted,
celebrity you become,
Yeah.
you'll never be as famous as cheese. No matter.
Yeah, it looks amazing though.
Being from Wisconsin, I've never had this cheese contraption. It's kind of embarrassing. From the
Looks great.
Alps region, specifically Switzerland, but it is also popular in parts of France. Nailed it.
Nice.
I'm down for that any day of the week.
We gotta find some raclette place and go and review it.
Yeah, I'm sure they have it somewhere in LA.
Definitely. I want to go to more places. Like, did you ever watch Man vs. Food?
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Like shit where he would have those challenges. I want to go and attempt challenges. I've done the the Blazing Buffalo Wild Wings challenge, but that's more speed than quantity. At Fat Sales, they have the Fat something, and if you finish it, you get to design and name your own sandwich.
What would your sandwich be if you won?
The Fat Packer, and it'd have bratwurst and like cheeses on it and
Nice.
stuff.
Cheez-Its.
Not that I've thought about it. Cheeses.
Cheeses.
Yeah, what's that thing called? The
Big
The
fat
big
fatty.
the big
fatty.
fat fucking fatty.
Sounds like my ex-wife. That's a joke, guys. I was never
He was never married,
I
okay?
was never married.
That is a hell of a sandwich right there.
You guys think
Nick,
I could do it?
Do you think you could do it?
So
No.
your
I
challenge.
don't think I could do it, but I used to order those from Postmates and take down 2 at a time.
I mean, that looks like it's like 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you could do it.
Is there a time limit?
Only one way to find out, Nick.
Yeah. I gotta do more content. It's so hard because you do one thing. It takes all week to fucking edit
But
it.
your quantity, right? Nick, you want like you're saying how much you could take in, not like
Yeah.
spice level, nothing like that. It's just
I
like
would
how
do
much.
spice level shit too. I mean, I've done the hot chip.
There's a really
You
big.
guys don't want that.
No, there's a famous ramen challenge in Little Tokyo, but the hottest thing, whatever. That's really big. Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of like,
Oh, there are. I
Yeah.
just never know where they are.
competitions. Have you seen that one girl? She's like a really tiny Asian girl. Her name's Reina. She does these challenges in this area too, and she kills everyone, like destroys.
She's not the one, because there's a female, basically a female Kobayashi that dominates every year.
She's Asian. She has like blonde hair.
Gotta
Her
be.
name's Reina. That's her.
Yeah, she's not the one.
Wow, she's killing it.
But she destroys everyone, like big dudes, competitive eaters.
Maybe she should get. I'm gonna actually not say it. What I have it down. Oh, you guys remember when I told you a bullet came through my window?
Yeah.
We have a little update. First, Kev, if you want to go to the old bullet pictures. So it was like last October, a couple days before Halloween. I was just sleeping in my bed, and I like woke up and I felt like I heard a noise, but I was gonna go back to bed, but I rolled and there was glass on my bed, and I looked up and there was a bullet hole, and it was really big. It was like baseball size, so I wasn't sure if it was a bullet, or I actually didn't think it was a bullet at first. And then in the dark, I did turn the light on, and then on the ground I found a bullet. Exhibit B, please, Kev.
I'm gonna pee. I'll be right back.
I kind of want you to see the update, but we'll just keep talking about it. No, just go, Chin. Go, the faster you go, the faster you come back.
I'm gonna sit here for this entire. All right, let's go. Speed it up.
So this is from the outside. That first one is from the inside. Bullet.
There's a bullet.
Found the bullet. Called the cops. They looked around outside. Nothing happened. It's LA. In fact, when you call 911, you go on hold for a little bit.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy. You have to wait for the next operator. It's insane.
Wow.
And then, so this was 10 months ago, and then 2 nights ago, my neighbor sends me this video. My downstairs neighbor. You can go click on the one that says update.
Mm-hmm.
So this, from my window, you could see this building, and that's always where I thought it came from. They're relatively new apartment buildings that have been there for a little over a year, and it just seemed like sightline, that's where it came from. Behind that building is the 101. Behind that, there's another tall apartment building that I also thought it could come from, and that kind of made sense because it had to be slowing down for that hole to be that big. But then I also thought it could be this place, and he sends me these, and these fucking meth heads are doing lightsaber fights.
Yeah.
And I'm just sure as shit that these people are the ones that shot at me.
It makes sense if it was.
Look at them.
Yeah, they're crazy.
So I did call the police that night, or 911, and then was on hold, got someone on, tried to explain the situation. They're like, well, did you see them? Do they have a weapon? Is anybody threatening you? Blah, 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 blah. And then they just send you to non-emergency. And then you're on hold forever with this long message that just keeps telling you to report it online. I have to find the card with the detective's name, because it just the next time I want them to go up there.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know if anybody lives in that up top. I feel like these people have broken into that building.
Oh, and they're just squatting?
Yeah. But yeah, so that's my update, and I'm on the case.
Yeah, unfortunately, I feel like they're going to be well, we isolated the lightsabers, and they can't shoot bullets, so we can't do anything.
They're just big fans of that kid who went the first viral video.
Oh, yeah.
Lightsaber kid.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Case, so we were joking when you said that you were on hold when
No.
you were saying you're on hold? No, I'm saying did you think he was joking or you think it takes 30 minutes for a 911 call?
No.
To be on hold. So you thought you do realize that does happen?
No, yeah, that's crazy.
So wait, you thought that never happened, or you think that does happen? Before when
I don't think that has happened. I was
Okay.
surprised to hear that
that's
that
what
was
I'm,
the case.
So that's and you're right to think that because you would imagine they're gonna hey, we'll get some.
It's
people over there.
911.
Yeah. When I got jumped at a street race, my friends called immediately. I was surrounded by 20, I don't know how many gang members with bats and all this shit. My friends called. Did they do anything though? Did they attack him yet? And there's like no, but they're gonna they're very close to like killing him, right? Okay, but are they showing signs that they're gonna do something, or is just my friends just kept going on and on? Then eventually I got fucked up. I got jumped.
Damn.
Dude, the gang members destroyed my car, fleed. Even after that, it was like 30, 40 minutes later, the ambulance came by and the cops came by, and I was already fucked up.
Damn.
That's how bad our fucking 911 system is.
Especially in LA. And
I got to pee now.
I think the move is if you're calling, like call anonymously and say they have a gun. They're brandishing a weapon and they shot it once. Like you just got to lie to get them on the scene.
Yeah.
So that happened to me too. We're in Irvine at a freaking donut shop, right? And then an Asian gang pulled up to us and they brandished the gun.
And you were like, "Do not shoot."
I'm like, so then as soon as they left, because we didn't want to do it at the time, I go, "Hey, I'm following a car. They just pulled a gun out, or they have a gun on them." They go, "Did they point it at you? Were you like, what the fuck?"
Damn.
Nothing happened.
All right, man. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, dude.
One time in this past summer, I was walking to get my hair cut. It's like 0.8 miles away, and I like to walk, get my 10,000 steps per day in. But you have to go under the 101, and under highways in LA is where like
All the fun is.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Like there's homeless people everywhere, but under a bridge, it's usually more nefarious because like they're less likely to be bothered by cops under the bridge. That's kind of like where they want them. So there'll be a whole ecosystem. There's drug addicts and drug dealers just living there, and this is definitely where I had to walk through. And I've showed it before. It's like Club Freeway. There's giant fucking tents, like multi-bedroom estates made out of tarp, and music blasting and transactions going down. And I'm walking through, and before I get to it, there's kind of a girl standing on the corner. She's in like red sweatpants. She had like a nice body, but looked a little
Methy.
worse for wear. But I walk underneath the bridge, get my hair cut, come back, and I'm walking back, and she's closer to the underpass, and a guy literally like grabs her, and she's like, no, and he like grabs her and pulls her into the tent. And I called 911, and basically they just took my information and didn't do shit. And I don't know, she's probably a prostitute that was, he had to collect from, because she was hanging out by that area. So I feel like, I don't know, it was like,
Yeah. I mean,
think-
this is all.
I felt like it wasn't their first interaction.
I'm sad now.
Yeah, this is crazy. I'm just not in places where I need to be calling 911.
It's great, like, and Silver Lake. It's like it could be. Oh,
It's
this
nice-
is a nice
it's
neighborhood,
nice and
but then
bad,
you can
yeah.
go a block away.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, it's crap. So
Yeah. I just keep to myself, eat mushrooms on the golf course, and
good man.
yeah, not dealing with prostitutes under bridges to my haircut.
Speaking of other sad things, have you guys ever had a celebrity death that really just rocked you to the core?
Great question, Kev. In fact, I have just yesterday.
We lost a couple people over the weekend.
Yeah. So Chris Christopherson died. Country music Hall of Famer. I guess he was lifelong friends with RFK. I saw too. Pete Rose died. Didn't affect me. You're from Ohio. Isn't he from Ohio or something? What is it?
He played for the
Reds.
Reds. I don't know where he's from. He played for the Reds.
Did you care?
I did not care. I'm not a Reds fan. Don't really love baseball either. But he's not really like looked at in Ohio like that. He's not like a sports.
My buddy
pariah or
Zach,
whatever.
a fellow producer for this past weekend, he was really sad. Like
was he?
posted about him.
I'm from Columbus, so maybe it's different. But yeah.
Yeah, he is from Cincy, so that might be the difference. But yeah,
the
and
big
then
one.
the third one, Dikembe Mutombo. Is he alive anymore?
No.
Oh my goodness, Nick.
I love him. I think it's honoring him, and it just, I don't know. It kind of like,
I've-
so many people die, you see it, but like, I don't know, when you see their whole career, He was like in the finals for Shaq, iconic Michael Jordan dunk.
He was
over.
larger than life.
Yeah.
Especially, I know you're a big NBA fan like myself, and that he represented, or he, came up during a time when the NBA was like really in the golden years, I feel like. So it just hurts seeing a legend like that go down.
Yeah. And like when there were like all those 7-foot centers that were great, he battled Shaq and shit. I even like, when I was in grade school, I read a book about Georgetown centers because they had Patrick Ewing, then they had Dikembe Mutombo, then they had Alonzo Mourning, and like so I just always read about him, and he was like humanitarian shit. So that kind of bummed me out. Yeah. Which one affected you?
The one that came to mind when you brought up the question was Norm Macdonald.
That was I brought it up. Dikembe affected me, but my actual like the one that really did the most was Norm Macdonald.
Yeah, because like you hear about celebrities dying and you're like, oh man, that sucks. But when it was Norm, I was like, fuck, man. Also, like, he was sick and didn't tell anybody. He knew it was coming. He didn't want to like
burden people.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about Chadwick Boseman. Just out of nowhere, it was
crazy.
sick.
Yeah.
No one knew that he was
Yeah.
sick. He just kept it close to the family, and it was just rough, man.
I was surprised at the like how many people were affected by Chad Boseman, but then I'm not super into Marvel movies, so they're so big to so many people, and he was probably going to be in like 1 million after that.
It's also just it's sad because he was so young.
Yeah.
He's like in the prime of his career.
It was that, and also Chadwick, like, he was picking very specific roles where he was just super classy, and he was picking all these really specific roles. I know Marvel was one thing, but every other role he did was like, I don't know. They were just like really good roles. Like he did the Jackie Robinson movie and stuff like that. And he was just I don't know. It hurt. It definitely hurt. I was very sad. I was shocked.
Chin, did you have one?
Celebrities that died that affected me?
Yeah, that you're like really bummed out about.
By the way, I'm not a sports fan. Well, the only thing I watch is MMA, right? So but the only other sport I would kind of watch is basketball. When Kobe died, that was a crazy one.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And Anthony Bourdain probably hit me the hardest out of any celebrity that died. Plus, that was suicide too.
Did you watch Bourdain a lot?
A lot, dude.
Yeah.
And my friend gave me his book too, Kitchen Confidential. Yeah.
When Kobe died, I remember I was working on the Dan Patrick show at the time, and we were on location in whatever city the Super Bowl was in that year, because we would do a week of shows leading up to the Super
That's
Bowl.
super fun. Media day?
Yeah. Well, it was, we'd do it like a whole week leading up. And it was like the start of the second hour or something, and I hear the director in my ear saying, oh my God, Kobe Bryant died? And like somebody else I could hear in the control room say like, yo, that's not funny. Like, why would you say that? And she's like, no, I look at the news wire or whatever. Like, and so we're in break for like 3 minutes. It's a sports show. Obviously, this is headline news, even if it's not a sports show. But to see like Dan, Paulie, the director, Mango, all like not scramble, like panicky, but just like process the information and then like figure out how to talk about it and like make sure they knew all the facts, like it was a reliable 2-source vetted thing, and then like come on air live and talk about it. That was like impactful to me.
Is Dan Patrick Kobe Bryant death on YouTube? Is that on there?
I don't know.
That'd be
Yeah.
With all that background, see how he like eventually handle it, because all those guys who are like really good like like they can just like capture the moment. And he's like that too. He can just get like real serious and
and it's always like, it's funny because Dan would always say stuff like, we'd have like sorry, can you pause it real quick? I think this is probably the day after, but like we'll do silly shit, like we would, let's say for like Halloween, for example, like, oh, everybody's dressing up. Dan would never do anything like that, because he's like, if I'm dressed like a fucking jack-o'-lantern and Michael Jordan dies and I gotta come out live on the, like, he's always thinking like in the there could be breaking news mentality.
You just rip it off like Superman or some shit.
But
it's like the local news when they're like, they'll do some like, 12 people died in a pileup, and now a squirrel on skis.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Squirrel on skis. You just watched Anchorman recently, didn't you?
that is what was in my mind, but I haven't seen it in a decade.
Robin Williams really messed me up, because I was a huge Aladdin fan as a kid, and he just made me laugh so hard. And
I was
just,
like, what is he gonna say after he like? What thing were you a fan of? And Aladdin.
Patch
I
Adams. That was a huge Patch Adams guy.
Patch Adams.
Good Will Hunting's top 5 movie for me.
Oh man, I
Great
just
movie.
watched it again the other night. Cried.
Yeah.
What part did you cry
freaking
at?
Good, man.
Man, what part did I cry at? I know what you're thinking, like it's
When they
not
break
not
up, I
your
bet.
fault. No, I think it was when he and Skylar, is that grammatically correct? When he was saying like
Minnie Driver?
I don't love you.
Yeah.
And his
he
just
punches the wall.
yeah, you don't want to hear that, Skylar. You don't want to hear that. I got cigarettes fucking put out on me. You know, it's a great movie.
The wrench. Why the wrench?
Gus
Fuck
Van-
him. That's why.
Yeah, Gus Van Sant directed. Yeah. Also, the music
That wasn't
in that.
directed by Matt Damon.
No, it was directed by Gus Van Sant. And Elliott Smith, all the music by Elliott Smith. Elliott Smith is just like the saddest music. It's such a good sad movie,
Yeah.
but inspiring.
Yeah.
Love him. Love that guy.
I
Great guy. Never met him.
I also janitored at college, and I would go and fill in the equations
Did
when
you?
everybody was. No,
You would do the grammar ones.
no, just kidding. I just hid in the closet.
And
played poker. I work with Somali guys, and then we go in the break room, and they give me Somali food.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
There's a lot of Somalis in Minneapolis.
I not reenacted. One of my like college assignments in film class was to recreate a scene, and I recreated a scene from Good Will Hunting, and it was the one where he goes on like the super long rant, where he's basically like, why don't I just save my buddy the time,
I
club
love
a baby
that part.
seal? But it was like, it's like maybe 3 minutes, then a cut, then 3 more minutes. And I did the whole, I was like, I'm going to do this one because it's easy to actually copy from a film perspective because it's 2 shots.
Yeah.
And I could actually pull that off. It's going to be hard to remember all the lines, but I did. And then when I showed it in class, my teacher, one of the students was like, oh, wow, how did you do that? How did you know all the words? And I was like, I memorized them. And the teacher was like, no, you didn't. There's no way you did. He's like, you were reading a prompter or doing something. I'm like, no, I wasn't. And he was like, there's no way you did that. And so I started doing it, saying the lines. I got about like 30
Hell
seconds in.
yeah.
He's like, okay, enough. It's like, fuck you tell me I didn't do it.
Right.
Yeah, why would you not let him finish?
Fucking piece of shit.
That's
that
awesome that
professor.
you did that though.
Yeah,
in front of him.
I hated
That's
that
fucking
professor.
Beautiful.
I also memorized a part from
Oh my, here we go.
from Good Will Hunting.
But you're looking it up.
I have a clip where. All right.
That's not really a crime movie for me. I don't really get that type of like. It's a great movie, but I don't really feel like I'm about to cry. When
I mean,
watch that.
the like emotional 180 that he's able to do in that, I relate to. It's tough to talk about your feelings, you know.
Yeah.
It was his scenes with Robin that I thought was, for me at least, the most emotional. Their scenes powerful too, but I didn't connect with it. You know, him and his girl, but him and Robin, you know, that
Yeah,
relationship
it's
was
like
fucking like
it's like
powerful.
father son type
Yeah.
stuff. You know, we don't have to recap the entire.
Maybe if I
Movie.
if I watched it again, I haven't watched it in a long time, but maybe if I watched it again, it would
so
get me.
good.
That whole story about his wife farting, like little things like that, you can kind of imagine yourself being in that same position, so it kind of hits you hard.
Mm-hmm.
Farting. Second time we talked about this on this show.
Nick, what do you got? What's
Nick's
this
just
thing?
over
Nick's
there.
just gone.
He's just playing fucking Angry Birds now. It's like
Chat GPT.
Dude, it
What's
does
the
look like he's
best
doing
grammar?
it like this.
He can't even hear us.
yeah.
I found it. All right. So this is when we were. I used to do a podcast on Love Is Blind, and just wait for it.
Prolific. She had 15 children. Now, I know this was back in the day, and this isn't just directed at Mexicans, but they are serial offenders. Can we stop having so many fucking children?
Who's gonna watch all these kids?
Can we please stop having so many kids? Mormons, Mexicans, anybody who
Catholics.
wants 4 of them named with the letter J. Just stop. The earth is reeling right now.
Otherwise, you're going to end up like Good Will Hunting with 11 brothers, Mikey, Ricky, Danny, Terry, Mikey, Davey, Tibby, Tommy, Joey, Robbie, Johnny, and Brian.
What a
Nice.
weird talent. You wouldn't lose a talent show every time, but people would be like, oh,
Nice.
mildly impressed.
Only Nick.
Do it again. You still got it?
That's what I wanted to see.
Ricky, Timmy, Tommy.
First of all, I
Brian.
don't. I read.
all right.
I read that when I did it, and
Oh,
even,
you did. You didn't have it memorized?
Even though I
Son
read,
of a-
even though I read it, I'm pretty sure I say a name twice in there. I wrote it down wrong. But I love that fucking clip.
Doesn't count.
Damn. Oh, one more thing. Norm Macdonald, he was also like definitely mine. Like he was like my white whale this past weekend guest, and like especially like with Adam Egget like running the mothership. Like it was definitely a real possibility. We're constantly asking him. I met him once at the Adam Carolla show, and I had his book and I wanted to get him to sign it, but there was like all this commotion at the studio that day. They were like installing a 3D camera and like guests were fans were visiting for a tour and shit. So it was like hectic and I didn't get it, but I did get to meet him. But I loved him not just because he was like super funny, but he's also like really smart. He's incredibly based, by the way. He was like he was talking about cisgender, and you're like, I don't know what that means. He's like, that's a word to marginalize normal people.
Right, yeah.
But he was also really smart, and he had this tweet that I posted when he died, and I love it. His Twitter is hilarious. He would do play-by-play of golf and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But he said, at times, the joy that life attacks me with is unbearable and leads to gasping, hysterical laughter. I find myself completely out of control and wonder how life could surprise me again and again and again so completely. How could a man be a cynic? It is a sin. It's so beautiful.
R.I.P. Norm.
And I had a typo, or he had a typo in that tweet. He said could twice.
Dirty Work, underrated movie.
Yeah, incredible underrated movie. Him and Artie Lang. Chin and I streamed. We're going to be doing that on my MMA channel a lot more. I'll have it in the description.
I told you I'm not going to do any more, but maybe once or twice.
You absolutely should. We did get...
Chin acts like he lives in San Diego, so it's hard to wrangle him down.
It was mental warfare, okay? We got invested by homeless cats, although... Infested.
Oh.
But a lot of them were really nice. There were some people trolling, but I actually thought it really helped the discussion.
Just remember, they do not matter.
I think they're cool. It's just they're just having fun. At least that one particular person was just trying to go a little too far.
Yeah,
it's like whatever.
I think Kev was being tongue in cheek there.
Oh,
yeah, that's a homeless cat. They don't matter. MADDUR.
Yeah.
But we also did a poll, and it said, "Are you a homeless cat?" Because I wanted to see, because the numbers were pumping. We had the attendance of a small classroom.
Whoa.
And 24 average concurrent viewers, peaked at 49. Basically ended on our peak, which I think is a good sign. Leave them wanting more, you know? We did a poll. I said, "Are you a homeless cat?" Yes, no, I dabble, but I don't work the fryers.
Wow.
Working the fryers is posting, hot dishes. You guys know how spicy would like your chang sauce. 20% no, 20% I dabble but work the fryers, and 60%, or 20% yes, 20% I dabble but I don't work the fryers, and 60% no. So it's just I think even the people who found it from the homeless cats, like they're the 20% that are dabbling but don't. It's like,
cool.
We just found a new viewer.
There you go.
So join for the Combat Buddy streams. People were making fun of the name like it was a ripoff of Fight Companion. That's why I named it that.
Nick, can I ask you a question?
Fight Combat Buddy Companion.
Do you have any interest of being like an Ariel Helwani one day in life? Is that like something?
No. He's a journalist. There's not even a really good example
John
of
Anik.
Again, he's like more professional journalist. I don't think it'd ever be like want to like be on the broadcast, because I want to be like loose. Like, I don't know. I love the Manning cast. For those who watch Monday Night Football, it's Peyton and Eli, and obviously these are former players of that sport, so that makes it harder too. But like more of a fun, looser, Barstool-esque take on MMA rather than like an ESPN take on MMA. But I love the Manning cast because like those two, they're just like brothers hanging out, like making fun of each other, but then they really like dive in the X's of the football still, and like Peyton Manning gets like furious if someone throws an interception, like it like eats at him. He's come on,
or someone drops a ball, he like literally has a panic attack.
Misses a block, he just gets furious like a coach would, and like that's a much more enjoyable way to watch sports, in my opinion.
let's not forget to mention Gilbert, who is Bobby Lee's producer. That's the first time I ever met him. He showed up to the live stream as well. And dude, he's awesome, dude.
He's a cool guy.
I knew of him before, but I didn't know anything, whatever, his past or history, whatever. He's just a really cool fucking dude.
I texted Shin that Gilbert was also going to come on stream, and he goes, "Oh, that Asian producer guy." I was like, the irony.
I remember he said he has a white producer, so I'm like, I know there's an Asian guy that he's not, the host, but he's producing. So I'm like, is it that guy?
There is actually a lot of talk on like how the Tiger Belly and their whole business structure works. If you want to check out that stream, it's still on the channel. It was pretty fun. It was a good stream. Fights were fun. Lost money again. God fucking damn it! I try so hard and I cannot.
Oh yeah, you have to Venmo me $20. Remember?
Oh yep. We lost on the main event. Chid gave me even money on Moicano versus BSD.
I said finish or TKO.
You could. I would have gave you 2-1, easy.
I know.
But I'm actually happy Money Moicano won. I love him. He's like his interviews. If you go to my Twitter birthmarks.
Oh God, he's great.
Birthmarks or bookmarks?
Birthmarks.
Nick always has just a little tiny. Yeah, it's like it's the right word, but it's just a little bit different.
Yeah, Mr. Grammar over here.
My brain goes too fast for my mouth. Straight up, that is the problem.
Do you have ADHD?
According to Dunn telehealth prescriptions that I pay $70 a month, they told me I did. But I always thought like. I hate everything being pathologized, so I don't like saying I have ADD. But if you're talking about the realm of people who, like, I went with kids who they took to the doctor, I was like, I got it more than you got it.
Yeah. When you watch movies, I saw this thing. It said people with ADHD can predict what's going to happen in movies, more accurately than the average person because their processing speed is so much faster.
I just did it. It's like I basically had to try to finish your thought.
Yeah. Like, do you ever finish people's sentences?
Yeah, I think that like is how my brain works. I also bite my nails, which is a sign of it. My thumbs are fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Your thumbs are fine, honey.
No, they're not.
Oh no, they're not.
No, they're not. Scroll down to I got the Moicano one. We'll watch Brian Bales too. And then go to the beginning.
Fuck all this. Who do you want next? Fuck Macron. Fuck all globalists. Fuck all these motherfucking globalists. They're trying to push a political and corrupt agenda. If you want about politics and economy, I advise you read Why? Democracy, the God that failed us. Hans Hermann Hope. And I hope you understand that democracy is a fallacy. Democracy is not the real government. So please read Hans Hope and understand why the world is going crazy like that today. Thank you so much, French. Paris is fucking beautiful. And who do you want next?
Democracy is a farce.
Pause it. Right before that, he was like, I came here and I want the shit on France, but I went to the Louvre, I went to the Arc de Triomphe, and it's beautiful. You people are awesome, but fuck the globalists. And then Brian Battle also, he's just cutting him and Moicano are the promo kings, and Stars Were Born. Watch either one of those.
I heard it.
I know y'all didn't think the Butcher was gonna lose in a fist fight to a French dude. I know y'all did not think the Butcher was gonna lose in a fist fight to a French dude.
God, that's fucking shit.
Didn't he get? I saw he got fined or something. Was that fake?
I think Brendan quote tweeted it and it said legend, but it was a fake.
I saw it somewhere else.
It said like $250,000 fine and banned in France.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be true. And the other Brian Battle one is also dope.
I think Chael did a video.
If you pause it and then turn the sound on and then go to the beginning. Yeah, there you go.
I gotta say something right quick. Yeah, keep booing me, baby. Keep booing me. I love it.
I love it.
Listen. People been booing me and doubting me since I started training. I love it. The more you boo me, the stronger I get, baby. I'm used to this.
That's how it works.
You can't stop me. Keep it up, baby.
and he flipped him off, gave him the double birds. Nice. He's a star now. And he also used to be 300 pounds. If you go to the 2 under that, he was 300 pounds and got head kick knocked out in his first amateur fight. I thought this was a joke. That went out right there.
Whoa.
Look how fucking fat he is. Oh!
Dang.
I thought this was a joke when someone posted it and tried to it.
Doesn't look like the same thing.
I know. Wait, dude, it makes such a damn difference.
I also have like a theory, like formerly obese guys who get in shape, like they're so much stronger from carrying around all that weight. Khalil Roundtree is a great example of it. Sean Woodson, a couple other fat guys.
Cannoneer.
Khalil fighting tonight.
Tonight.
Oh, damn, good job, Case.
In March, I bet for him to be champ at the end of the year, 25 to 1, 100 to win $2,500.
Wow.
Yeah. So normally in this position, like you could hedge on Pereira, but he's minus 500. And if Khalil wins, I'm assuming it would be I think it's going to end in round 1 either way. And so I think they're going to end up trying to turn around whoever wins. So one more fight. So I think Khalil probably is going to have to win 2 fights to actually do it. But it's probably like minus 800 now, whereas before it's minus 2,500. So I was proud of that one.
But you got it when it was minus 2,500?
Yeah, or plus 2,500, yep, in March. But yeah, I think he has just as good a chance. I think he's value bet. I'm not going to bet it because I already have this prop, so I have like money on it. But like these 2 guys are going to just go try to punch each other, and Khalil can knock anybody out.
Yeah,
it is true.
He knocked out Gokhan Saki, who was another Glory. I don't know if Gokhan was.
I think he was Glory, but I don't know if he's champion.
Yeah, I don't know if he's champion, but he was a good Glory kickboxer. It's a fun main event. Card kind of sucks. Mario Batista versus Jose Aldo is an incredible fight, though. Mario Batista definitely could be champ. Raquel Pennington from Winona, Minnesota. 40 minutes for me.
What do you have on that, by the way?
I think Raquel by decision or possibly sub.
Dude, for whatever reason, I don't see how Raquel wins at all.
I honestly don't care.
Can I ask you guys?
Build it up that way. Well, here's the thing though. I don't give a fuck.
I thought you were gonna give the most X's and O's response. I thought you go, don't give a fuck.
Who's the best fighter from the state you guys are from?
Probably Gerald Mearshart.
And he's fighting RDR for one championship. You know that, right?
Gerald Mearshart? No way.
Yes, that's gonna be a headlining event too.
But he just fought in the UFC. He still has a contract.
No. What do you mean?
We're talking about someone else. You're talking about someone else.
Gerald Mearshart. He's going to be fighting RDR, Reiner de Redder, from one championship, the double champ.
Gerald Mearshart is still in the UFC.
No, but they're fighting in the UFC. One championship
Yeah.
signed.
Sorry.
UFC signed RDR.
Oh,
yeah.
got you. Okay.
Okay, that's the confusion then.
Yeah, I did see that fight. I didn't know who that other guy was.
He's badass.
Does he get subbed?
You know, that's a good question. I don't remember his fights.
Because I
just remember he's double champ at one.
The best bet in sports, honestly, if you looked at all of Brian Bell's fights and you bet him to win sub round 2 or round 3, you're hand over fist. I was back home his last fight, and I watched it with my family, who no one cares, but Saturday night there's nothing else on TV, so we're all watching it. And I was like, okay, he's going to get the shit beat out of him for a round, but then he's going to survive, and he's going to choke him out late. And it happened exactly. I was all excited. We were all rooting for the guy from Wisconsin. It was a fun time. I love Gerald Mearshart.
Glover shared trains in Connecticut, but I don't know of any fighters from Connecticut.
I wonder who else is at his gym. He's one of my favorite fighters of all time.
Glover?
Grandpa of the UFC.
Yeah, he's awesome.
California, there's a lot.
He's not from California.
Oh,
what do you mean?
Where are you?
Texas.
Oh, yeah, you're from Texas.
Texas? I don't know any Texas fighters. Shin Soo-yi, that's about it.
Wow.
Kevin, did you have an answer for best fighter from Ohio?
Stipe, right?
Oh, yeah. Duh.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. This is from Connecticut?
That's what I typed in, but
Brandon Ward. Alex Ferrer's from Connecticut. Sick. All right,
Your
we'll take
best
him.
fighter.
Oh, Nick Newell.
Yeah, your best fighter has one arm.
Yeah, yeah.
When he used to fight for WSOF, I text everybody I know. I'd be like, you got to turn this on. This one-arm guy is about to fight Justin Gaethje. Yeah. It never disappointed. Well,
We
is
did.
that it?
Fun.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
And
Over an hour.
I've thought the other episodes were really good, but this one felt like easiest free-flowing conversation.
Which goes to show you fucked up, Mark.
Yeah, you fucked up, Mark.
We
Or
don't
it goes
need-
to show he's an absolute cancer.
We love you,
kidding.
Mark.
He actually really helped stir up the discussion of those other ones. I miss you, Mark, and I can't wait for you to be back.
All these canned things. Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.